Ladies and gentlemen, I don't say this with glee. I know a lot of people are losing money, and that's horrible. And I don't say this with, any kind of negative sentiment. But I've been predicting this for months. I started a stock market crash channel several weeks back. And I've been doing segments telling people, so subscribe to this channel and subscribe to the Stock Market Crash channel. I devoted an entire channel to it. And I have 2 segments out today on the Stock Market Crash channel. Just type in Stock Market Crash. It's literally the channel will pop up. And the Dow is down 600 points right now. NASDAQ is down 322, S&P down 66 points, Russell 2000 is down, so the market's crashing. Obviously, this is at this point, more of a correction because of $300 billion in a default, likely almost certain default by Evergrande, the second largest property developer and real estate company in China. Then you have protests in that country. Then you have every economic indicator that I've been talking about, and because of Biden's policies, because of Democrats who gleefully and with the most, with the greatest enthusiasm possible, told the world and the country, the experts, the authorities, the people smarter than you, say that we have to shut down we have to tank American society, shut down, close down, prevent people from working, effectively stop for about a year capitalism, men and women, preventing them from working for their families. And now you have, and they did so gleefully. And it was look at Sweden. You can compare Sweden to every other country that did this and to our country. I'm not going to get into too much of that issue. But Democrats had a political motive. They knew it would hurt Trump politically. So they were touching themselves in this kind of ecstasy, saying, well, it's too early. We can't open up. Washington Post, media, and all the experts and wonderful, esteemed, revered authorities said, and media with the hysteria and the paranoid, apoplectic nature of how they cover things, said, you cannot work for 1 year. So what do you expect when this unprecedented self-inflicted wound takes place? We have a market crash last year, but that wasn't due to the consumer price index, the producer price index, inflation, the Baltic dry shipping index being at highs not seen since 2008. More margin debt than ever before in the history of this country. In the stock market, stocks being borrowed on margin, okay, with money loaned to them by banks to also engage in risky derivatives that are not regulated. Many billions of dollars of which are not regulated by the SEC. Look at Archegos, the hedge fund that went under. I've been talking about this for weeks. I'm not right about everything, but I'm right about a lot of things, and I predicted this. And it's only, unfortunately, God forbid, I don't want to be right about this, but it's going to get worse. I did a segment on the stock market crash channel on Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. That's going to tank in the next couple of months, in my humble view, and I respect people who invest in Bitcoin. I appreciate the philosophy, and I respect the ideals and the philosophy behind Bitcoin. Oh, and by the way, Facebook and Twitter are teaming up with Biden to destroy Bitcoin. Okay? And give me your thoughts on that below in the comments section. If you don't know about that, look it up. Who do you think's smarter, Facebook and Twitter or Biden's administration? You think mashed potato brains knows anything about cryptocurrencies and how tech giants are trying to basically eliminate the raison d'etre, the philosophy behind it, and have crypto digital currencies backed by the dollar, which is the antithesis of what Bitcoin is. But Biden's administration, mashed potato brains and his bumbling band of Blinken and everybody else, they're highly educated, extremely polished buffoons and imbeciles. What they've done is they've focused on everything other than economic growth. GDP is being revised downwards. The only thing that's propping up the stock market are corporate profits. If corporate profits don't meet expectations this week, I mean, the crash could be this week. This is obviously more of a correction, but it's crashing. We're seeing it right now. And in a healthy market, in a healthy economy, this type of thing is not something to worry about. Goes down 500 points, 200 points, 600 points. It's not, in a healthy economy, it's not really something to worry about, okay? It happens. In a healthy economy, like 2019, like when Trump was president, like before Democrats went from, he pressured Zelensky to, the sky is falling, shut down every business possible. Oops, sorry, it's to save people. Sorry, guess we have to. You can't rebound from that type of thing. It's unprecedented. When was the last time world economies, led by the United States of America, prevented men and women from working? Where's the precedent? And 1 out of every $5 has been pumped into the money supply in the economy by the Fed with the quantitative easing. Now there's talk of the Fed tapering, which is the slow halt to the Federal Reserve buying government securities to inject the money into the economy. So you have Fed tapering on the horizon. You have on the horizon, you have corporate profits that could be decreasing or waning. You have inflation and stagflation. We have jobless claims up and a labor shortage. How do you have jobless claims up, unemployment claims up, and a labor shortage? Does that make any sense? This is Biden's America, people. This is what Democrats wanted. Trump was saying open up the economy in May of last year. And I agree with people who say he shouldn't have even sided with those who wanted to tank everything. But that was for like a month and a half, about a month and a half. He quickly said, open things up, and Democrats and media, experts say, you can't open things up. Oh, they were so happy. You have no clue. Now, we are skating on thin ice. This is like the Titanic and the Exxon Valdez, the captains of those ships, times 1,000, speeding, heading towards an iceberg, or numerous icebergs. And you look right now, it's like you can see the cracks, the fissures. As of this segment, it was down, it hit 600 points down. But you're going to look at, unfortunately, and I don't say this like gleefully because I've been saying things are going to get worse in Biden's America. We have everything can be related to the Afghanistan evacuation, with 13 American lives lost because of Biden. He could have started evacuating in January or February or March or April or May. Why didn't he? To spite Trump. Well, May 1st we were supposed to be out. The Doha Agreement stipulated we were supposed to be out by May 1st. The adversaries there, the T-Ban, all of them, said, get out by May 1st. Biden, in his infinite wisdom, said, now we're going to pick a time, arbitrary date, after May 1st, and all you know what broke loose. I've been saying it's going to get worse. I've been saying that this administration is run by media. At first I thought they were running media. Now it's obvious they don't have a vision. They don't know what's going on. They're completely blindsided. Trump had a vision. He was mean, though. So, he was mean. Now you have mashed potato brains who's empathetic. and the economy is going to tank again. We're heading towards a financial collapse again. This time because of the stock market, that's going to lead to banks and hedge funds losing tens to hundreds of billions of dollars. And this is just the beginning, because we don't know how much debt these hedge funds have. And there are loopholes that Elizabeth Warren hasn't talked about and hasn't done anything about, and that Bernie Sanders and AOC haven't done anything about, with derivatives trades, on margin, on debt that the SEC doesn't know about. The Financial Times talked about that. I've been talking about that for weeks now. I predicted this, ladies and gentlemen, and God forbid it's only going to get worse. I've been telling everyone who watches this channel, open up a savings account. If you can save this week, next month, save. This is more of a correction as of today. It could be a crash tomorrow or this week or next month or 3-4 months from now, where you have a 10, 20, 30% in 1 or 2 days, 40% in 1 or 2 days downward spiral towards oblivion. It will rebound as a country. The problem is we need to wait till 2022 and 2024. Hopefully Trump can save us from this madness. This is the fault of media and fabricated consensus and Democrats that have no vision other than pandering and catering to whatever gives them political power. They latch on to a catastrophe like, they just latch on to it, okay? And they extract every ounce of political utility. And in doing so, they act in the most hysterical, apoplectic, irrational manner and focus on everything but issues like economic growth. You better believe that Bernie Sanders and AOC and Elizabeth Warren and the left in Congress are going to say, oh, this is so bad. Da, da, da. They were blindsided by all of this. And we still haven't implemented Dodd-Frank for derivatives, and they know this, but they'd rather tweet. Their lives revolve around social media, and now we're seeing what's taking place. So, save your money, ladies and gentlemen. I told everybody on this channel about this, and it's taking place. Hit subscribe, right? Unfortunately, hit subscribe. And sadly and unfortunately, I don't want this to happen, but I fear this is going to happen. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, the stock market, equities are going to crash and spiral downwards a lot worse than today. And that's directly because of Biden's policies and Democratic Party policies. And the never-Trump Republicans who are too weak and ineffective to offer the country any solution to the Democratic Party's madness and the media hysteria and paranoia. You cannot, it is immoral, it is irrational to tell people that they cannot work. The labor force of this country is under the age of 65, generally healthy. It is completely irrational and immoral to have told them to just stay home. And now the repercussions are going to be more profound and catastrophic than anyone can imagine. Hit subscribe to this channel right now. The Dow Jones, everything's crashing. I mean, it's more of a correction. And in a good economy, it wouldn't be that big of an issue. But now you have Evergrande. There will be unforeseen events like Evergrande. I have no clue what they are. I just know that, heaven forbid, God forbid, I don't want this to happen. Things are going to get worse financially for the country and the world. And it's because of people who, the phrase is, the road to you-know-where is paved with good intentions. We don't even know if the intentions were entirely good to begin with anyway. Give me your thoughts below. I've been telling people about this. I'm not right about everything, but I'm right about a lot of things, and I've been telling people about this. I created a channel about this. So, give me your thoughts. Hit subscribe right now. Be here at around 6:30 tonight for the live stream. Thanks, everybody. I have a live stream every evening at 6:30. Tell your friends about this channel, people. Tell your friends about this